Do you see if it is going to be? It looks like it's Dubois versus Usyk next. How do you see that fight playing out?
It's a difficult one actually. I think Dubois could beat him. Usyk's not getting any younger, is he? He's an old man really, and he's not an heavyweight really. I'd give Dubois a big chance.
Dave Allen didn't hold back when analyzing the potential clash between Daniel Dubois and Oleksandr Usyk. He sees this fight as a serious challenge for Usyk, making it clear that the Ukrainian is not getting any younger. In Allen's eyes, Usyk is practically an old man now, and let's be honest, he's not even a natural heavyweight. That alone gives Dubois a massive chance to pull off something big. While Usyk's skills and movement have always been his strengths, this fight could expose the reality of him facing a bigger, stronger opponent. Allen believes Dubois has what it takes to break Usyk down, especially if he applies relentless pressure. With Usyk showing signs of slowing down, this fight might not be the one-sided affair many expect. If Dubois plays his cards right, we could be looking at an upset that shakes the heavyweight division to its core. Now let's hear what Chris Billam-Smith and other boxing professionals have to say about.
So that's quite clear, fairly unequivocal, that they're not looking for the Joseph Parker fight. They are instead looking for the bigger prize, if you like, the undisputed heavyweight title fight against Oleksandr Usyk.
The Usyk versus Dubois clash. It's crystal clear that Joseph Parker is out of the picture. The only focus now is on the undisputed heavyweight title fight against Usyk. There's no hesitation, no distractions. This is the fight that truly matters. Despite his dominance, Usyk is showing signs of slowing down, and that's exactly where the opportunity lies for his opponent. The hunger for the championship is undeniable, and nothing else will suffice. Parker may be a solid fighter, but he's not the ultimate prize. The goal is bigger, the stakes are higher, and the mission is clear: take down Usyk and claim the throne. The heavyweight division is about to witness a war, and there's no room for anything less than absolute victory.
I'm just a fan, right? But for me, I wanted to see Usyk fight fresh faces. Usyk has only got a couple of fights left, and it would have been really good if he had given, say, Parker a shot at the belts that he has, and then given Caballel a shot at the belts. I think that would have just been better. As a fan, it would have made me feel as though I was really seeing something. Seeing the Dubois rematch, truly speaking, doesn't excite me.
As a fan, it feels like Usyk should be fighting fresh faces. He only has a couple of fights left, and it would have been far more exciting if he had given Joseph Parker a shot at the belts first. After that, someone like Agit Caballel could have had a chance too. That would have made the matchups feel more meaningful, with real stakes for the titles. But the Dubois rematch just doesn't stir up the same excitement. We want to see Usyk face new challenges, but it feels like his legacy could have been more impactful with different contenders. This rematch lacks the same intensity, and it's hard to get hyped knowing there are more intriguing fights out there. Can Dubois overcome the technical mastery of Usyk and pull off an upset? Let us know your predictions in the comments.
Wasn't it after he left gym? So, yeah, I think with Daniel, it's confidence now, and I think it's a mindset thing. He's got a great chin, Daniel. But yeah, that first, it was almost like a tiredness why he got stopped in the first fight. He expended a lot of energy, but Usyk's good at doing that and making people burn more energy than they want to. But yeah, Daniel could do it. You know, he had success in the first fight.
Comments below and make sure to like. Chris Billam-Smith doesn't hold back when discussing Daniel Dubois' chances in the rematch with Usyk. According to him, it's all about Dubois' mindset. His confidence has shifted, and that could make all the difference. Billam-Smith calls Dubois' chin rock solid, which is exactly what he needs against someone like Usyk. In the first fight, it was clear that Dubois burned through too much energy, which led to his stoppage. But let's be real, Usyk is a master at making his opponents waste energy. Still, Billam-Smith believes Dubois has the potential to pull off the impossible. He had success in the first fight, and with a smarter game plan and better pacing, Dubois could shock everyone and prove Usyk isn't unbeatable. The question remains, can Dubois adapt and turn the tide?
But Usyk is a master in the end. His mind's very, very good. But Daniel could definitely do it. But I wouldn't, my pick would always be Usyk.
How does he do it?
Just in terms of, he'd have to just stick it on him, and always the game plan with Usyk is try and use your size. But Daniel's good at, his body shots are good in the first fight. Usyk really doesn't like body shots. I think we've seen that in through his career.
Or will Usyk prove once again that he's in a class of his own? Chris Billam-Smith also doesn't hold back when praising Usyk's mastery in the ring, calling his mind incredibly sharp and his tactics flawless. However, he doesn't write off Daniel Dubois just yet. While Billam-Smith's personal pick would always lean toward Usyk, he sees a path for Dubois to make a breakthrough. To win, Dubois would need to keep relentless pressure on Usyk, not letting up for a second. Usyk's strategy relies on using his size and technical skill to dominate, but there's a glaring weakness: body shots. In the first fight, Usyk visibly struggled when Dubois targeted the body, and that's where the opening lies. If Dubois can keep hitting hard in that area, it might just shake Usyk's control. It's clear Dubois has the potential to challenge.
He also says, Dubois, I know you're in the conversation of Dubois. He's like, what do you do with your partner?
There's lots of things there to be done, and we will do them. I mean, there's no doubt about that. There's lots of, sorry, I can't hear it. There's lots of things that we can look at, lots of permutations, and we'll get there at the end of the day with a really good fight for Joe. I mean, he's on the Queensbury team, and we'll make sure we deliver for him.
The Ukrainian. But will his relentless aggression be enough to take down a master like Usyk? On the other hand, Frank Warren wasted no time addressing the growing buzz around Oleksandr Usyk, emphasizing his commitment to making the biggest fights a reality. Warren made it clear that there are multiple options on the table for Usyk, and no matter the outcome, a massive showdown is imminent. He understands the complexities involved, but remains confident in his ability to bring it all together. Moreover, Warren assured that with the right approach, Usyk will get the fight he deserves, an elite-level battle that will capture the attention of the boxing world. With Queensbury Promotions backing him, Warren is dedicated to delivering major events, and Usyk's next big fight sits at the top of his priority list. It's all about perfect timing.
We have one question.
One?
It's one.
Okay.
You want to fight Daniel Dubois next?
Yes, I wanna.
Will that happen?
What?
Will it happen next?
Good, one question.
What did you make of Parker?
The right strategy and making that dream fight a reality. There's no doubt the best is yet to come. Meanwhile, Oleksandr Usyk didn't mince words when asked about a potential clash with Joseph Parker, making it clear he's more than ready for the challenge. There was no hesitation, no beating around the bush, just pure confidence in his response. The heavyweight division is heating up, and with Parker making a massive statement, Usyk now has another serious threat on the horizon. The big question remains, will this fight happen next, or will Parker have to wait his turn?
But I think he would give Oleksandr Usyk plenty to think about, plenty he could deal with. He seems to be hitting a bit harder these days as well. So Joe Parker versus Usyk, it would be an interesting fight. I've never seen it. So I really could think, okay, anything could happen. It's heavyweight boxing. Parker is a very, very good heavyweight.
The heavyweight landscape shifting constantly, one thing is certain. If this showdown does take place, it's going to be a brutal, all-out war. Moreover, Joseph Parker is starting to look like a real threat to Usyk, and this could force Usyk to rethink his entire strategy. Parker's power has been steadily growing, and it is becoming impossible to ignore. With each fight, he's hitting harder than ever before, which could give Usyk plenty to consider going into this potential showdown. On the other side, this matchup would be a spectacle, a clash of Parker's raw strength against Usyk's tactical brilliance. Parker has always been a solid heavyweight, but now, with a surge of power and confidence, he's a completely different fighter.
Dubois Usyk, why don't they step up and let him fight? But listen, I don't pay the money. It's not my, it's if they want that. But I don't like that. I think it's wrong.
I think Joe should be given his. He'll get a fight. He'll get a fight.
This fight has all the makings of a classic. If Parker brings his best to the ring, we could witness the upset that the entire heavyweight division has been waiting for. Meanwhile, Spencer Brown couldn't hide his frustration, and it's clear why. He has seen the politics at play, and he's not happy about it. Instead of giving Joseph Parker the fight he's clearly earned, some in the boxing world are pushing their own agendas, keeping real competition out of reach. Why aren't the so-called top names stepping up? Why is Parker being overlooked after proving himself in such brutal fashion? Brown isn't the one making the financial decisions, but he's not afraid to call it like he sees it. This is all about politics, and it stinks. Parker has earned the right to face the biggest names in the sport, yet behind-the-scenes dealings continue to block.
What I felt about him, and I felt that Martin, who very bravely took the fight at short notice. Obviously got well paid, but it was Joe's night, and Joe took the fight and that opportunity in style and delivered in the
block his path. Still, Brown is confident that Parker's next big fight is on the horizon. But will the sport finally do the right thing, or will corrupt decision-makers rob him of what he deserves? On the other hand, Frank Warren didn't hold back when acknowledging Joseph Parker's dominant performance. While he gave credit to Martin Bacol's bravery for stepping in on short notice, there was no denying that this was Parker's night. He didn't just win, he dominated, seizing the opportunity with style and reminding everyone why he belongs among the elite. The way he handled business in the ring left no room for doubt. Warren witnessed firsthand how Parker took control and made a statement when it mattered most. With such an impressive performance, Parker has thrown his name squarely into the world title conversation. Now the entire boxing world is left waiting to see what's next for him. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on the latest boxing news.